How did I go from being a famous actress in the city to living full-time in my van? Just kidding, I wasn't famous. But here's my story. After graduating, I studied with this acting company. I'd just been through a horrible breakup and thought their technique was amazing. So I followed the company to New York, Toronto, and took all their advice. In 2017, I took 4 months off to follow childhood dream and horseback ride across Canada with my sister. And I was so much happier. I love life on the road, but we had to pause the trip for winter. And so I went back to the city, got back together with my ex, and got depressed. The acting studio was then exposed as a cult. And although most of my friends stayed, I knew I had to leave. I broke up with my ex for the second time, and between him and the cult, I'd been in a narcissistic relationship for 6 years. In 2019, we got back on the road and rode the horses the remaining 3,000 kilometers across Canada. When we made it to the Pacific Ocean, I felt like anything was possible. Starting over in a new city after months in nature, I got really depressed. I re-entered a new toxic relationship and kind of realized I was the pattern and something needed to change. So I decided to quit drinking. I started working as crew on film sets, but after 6 months of overtime, my mental health led me to the hospital, and I booked a one-way ticket and solo backpacked for 7 months. I lived in a cave in Spain, in the mountains in Mexico, and the jungles of Costa Rica. I healed a huge part of myself on that trip and thought I could re-enter the industry. Then I went on a road trip with my sister in her van, absolutely fell in love with van life. And I looked back on my life and realized that all my happiest moments were on the horse across Canada or traveling internationally, not pursuing this career that didn't align with my soul anymore. So I let go of everything I'd been building for the last 11 years, bought a van, and started living a more truthful life.